Subscribe to IMR Scary Tales and watch spine-chilling horror stories almost every day. And don't forget to click on the bell icon.
I've been married to my husband Bruce for 4 years, and we are best friends. We've always gotten along with each other, and we rarely fight. We have 2 kids, a girl named Lauren, who's 14, and another girl, Valerie, who's 10 years old. We've been in the same house for about 3.5 years, and we never thought of moving. I got home one day with great news. I've had the same job for 10 years, and just got a promotion. My husband was still at work, so I waited for Lauren and Valerie to come home, since school had just ended. I told Lauren first, because it would be easier for her to understand as compared to Valerie. "That's great news, Mum!" Lauren cheered. "I know. Took them long enough to see my full potential." I laughed and walked into the kitchen, until my last step almost went through the door. What the? The floorboard was breaking. "Lauren, can you please come over here?" "Yeah, what's up?" "Can you get the hammer, please?" "Sure." Lauren handed the hammer to me and watched me pry open the floorboard. It was opening up until this waft of terrible odor came up. It was so gross, and Lauren was coughing. "Mom, ew, gross, what's that?" "I don't know. Go get the flashlight. There's probably a couple of dead animals down here." I grabbed the flashlight from her and looked through a small hole in the floor. I couldn't see anything except bags, so I called an exterminator. Luckily for us, he came over right away. He opened up the floor a lot more, and I saw the most disturbing thing ever. Those bags were actually body bags. The exterminator was horrified, and that's when he asked me what my husband's name was. "Are you serious? My husband's not capable of this." But I told him his name anyway, and he took this information to the police for me. My husband came back home after the exterminator and I took out the bodies and hid the smell with a lot of Febreze. The police contacted me 2 days later and told me that my husband had been a serial killer 4 years ago, and he's still occasionally doing that. They also said they're coming over right now to arrest him. I thanked the police and hung up. Scared, I turned around to see my husband at the doorway, standing there, not saying a word. We stood there staring at each other until he charged me. I picked up the mini lamp on the desk, hit him, and ran to Lauren and Valerie. I locked all of us into Lauren's room, away from Bruce. We called the cops to see if they'd left, and then waited. The police will be here in 2 minutes. Valerie was asking all these questions, and Lauren was crying. It got me even more scared, and I started to cry as well. I heard a banging sound in the door, and Valerie screamed. Then I heard the police sirens go out. My anxiety was kicking in, and I started to have a panic attack. There were bangings on the door, with someone yelling, "It's okay, we got him." I slowly walked to the door and opened it. The police breathing hard, and they had a scared expression on their face. "You didn't get him, did you?" I loved him with all my heart, but I knew I was going to leave him anyway, after everything he had done. "No, ma'am, I'm sorry, he took off." We went into the police car to talk to some people, so that they could get a better understanding of the situation. To this day, I wonder how I didn't figure out sooner that he was a serial killer.